Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to share with you today. We are here to explore a topic that speaks to the very core of our human experience, the importance of wisdom in navigating relationships, and knowing when to make the tough yet necessary decision to silence certain voices in our lives. Today, we are going to dive into the powerful principle that a wise person, in their pursuit of purpose and fulfillment, is strategic in the relationships they entertain. The wise person silently cuts off 6 types of people. I want you to listen closely because this is not just about severing relationships. It's about recognizing that wisdom calls for intentional decisions to protect your destiny. So let's explore these 6 types of individuals who, if left unchecked, could hinder your life's purpose and progress. The first type of person a wise individual will silently cut off is the critic without a cause. Now, I'm not talking about constructive feedback that challenges us to grow. No, I am talking about those who criticize us for no reason other than their own insecurity or desire to feel superior. These individuals have no solutions, no vision, no intention to help. They are like the wind, always blowing in different directions but never taking us anywhere. They speak harsh words, not to build but to tear down. A wise person recognizes that these critics are distractions. They do not allow these voices to steal their energy, time, or focus. They understand that the purpose on their life is greater than the temporary sting of criticism. The wise person understands that criticism is often a reflection of the critic's own limitations. When you know who you are and where you're going, the opinion of those who do not have the wisdom to understand your journey doesn't have the power to sway you. Criticism is not always the sign of a good friend. Sometimes it's a reflection of jealousy or an inability to comprehend what you are doing. A wise person learns how to ignore the noise and focus on the voice of their own purpose. Silence is sometimes the best response to these critics, for in silence you give no room for their words to take root in your mind and soul. The second type of person that a wise person cuts off is the energy drainer. These individuals are everywhere. They are the ones who come into your life, not to add value or lift you higher, but to suck the very life out of you. Every conversation with them leaves you feeling exhausted, empty, and defeated. They are the ones who do not bring solutions, only complaints. They do not have vision, they only have problems. Every time you are around them, they somehow find a way to drain your energy, leaving you less than who you were before. The wise person understands that life is too precious to waste on people who cannot contribute positively to their energy and well-being. We all encounter challenges in life, but the difference between an energy drainer and a person of wisdom is that the latter brings solutions. They know that their energy is sacred and they will not allow it to be stolen. If you want to maintain your peace, your joy, your health, you must protect your energy from those who only know how to deplete it. The wise person is not rude or dismissive. They are simply strategic. They choose to spend their time with those who uplift and inspire them. You see, energy is the currency of life. You cannot afford to spend it frivolously, for once it is gone, it is hard to get back. Your peace of mind, your focus, your creativity, your ability to pursue your purpose, these are all fueled by the energy you keep. And so a wise person knows that in order to keep their fire burning, the third type of person that a wise individual will cut off is the time waster. There are people who come into your life and simply occupy space and time. They may not be critics, and they may not drain your energy, but they are the ones who never contribute to your growth. They are distractions that lead you nowhere. They are like empty calories. Fill your time with things that are of no value to your purpose. They show up in your life, pretending to be friends, but all they offer are superficial conversations, empty promises, and wasted opportunities. A wise person knows that time is one of the most valuable commodities in life. You can never get back lost time. Once a moment passes, it is gone forever. And so the wise individual makes a deliberate choice to protect their time. They do not engage in meaningless chatter or spend time on relationships that have no potential to advance their lives or purpose. A wise person knows that their calling requires focus, discipline, and intentionality. And so they align themselves with people who are going somewhere, people who are also living with a sense of purpose, and people who are serious about making their time count. If you look at your circle of friends and you see people who constantly waste your time with idle talk and fruitless activity, it's time to make a hard decision. You must choose to surround yourself with individuals who are equally invested in making their time count and who will challenge you to be productive with yours. Time, like energy, is something we cannot afford to take for granted. And so, the wise individual cuts off those who waste it. The fourth type of person that a wise person silently cuts off is the dream killer. Dream killers are individuals who, for whatever reason, do not believe in your vision. They will laugh at your dreams, mock your ambitions, and tell you why it won't work. They may not always say these things directly, but their attitude, their words, and their lack of support make it clear that they do not believe in your potential. They are the ones who tell you that you are aiming too high, that you need to be more realistic, or that your dreams are impossible to achieve. A wise person knows that a dream is a precious thing. It is the seed of your destiny, and it must be protected. You cannot allow someone else's small thinking to limit your potential. The wise individual understands that if they are to succeed, they must surround themselves with people who believe in the possibility of their dreams. Dream killers are toxic to the creative process because they impose limits on what is possible. A wise person recognizes that their dreams are too important to share with those who do not have the faith to see them come to fruition. Let me tell you something. Your dreams are a reflection of the purpose that God has placed on your life. When you share your vision with someone who does not have the capacity to understand it, you risk letting their negativity cloud your judgment and shake your confidence. A wise person knows that they must protect their dreams from those who would seek to destroy them. So, when you encounter a dream killer, don't argue with them. Don't try to convince them of your worth. Instead, silently cut them off. It's not about hostility. It's about protecting the sacredness of your purpose. The fifth type of person a wise individual cuts off is the selfish manipulator. These are the people who come into your life with their own agendas. They are always taking, but they never give. Their relationships are transactional. They manipulate situations and people for their own benefit, often using guilt or charm to get what they want. They have no interest in your well-being or success. They are only concerned with their own needs and desires. A wise person understands that relationships are meant to be mutual, not one-sided. A relationship built on selfishness is doomed to fail. The wise person will not tolerate manipulation because they understand the importance of healthy, balanced relationships. They will distance themselves from anyone who seeks to use them for their own gain. The wise person also understands that manipulation often comes in the form of friends who make you feel indebted to them. They will try to make you feel guilty for not meeting their demands or for not doing things their way. But wisdom tells us that true relationships are based on respect, trust, and mutual benefit. The wise person knows that they must cut off those who come only to take, but never to give. Finally, the sixth type of person a wise person silently cuts off is the foolish companion. These individuals are those who live their lives without purpose or direction. They are aimless, unwise, and often act in ways that are destructive to their own lives and the lives of those around them. The foolish companion is someone who does not have the wisdom to make good decisions, and as a result, they lead others into bad situations. They are the ones who encourage you to make decisions that are contrary to your values and your calling. They lead you into trouble, into sin, into confusion. A wise person understands that they cannot afford to walk with the foolish. The Bible says, "He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed." The wise person knows that the people you walk with can either elevate you or bring you down. If you surround yourself with those who do not have wisdom, you risk becoming like them. A wise person recognizes that their future depends on the choices they make today, and the people they choose to walk with will shape the path they take. Now, as we reflect on these 6 types of people, the critic without a cause, the energy drainer, the time waster, the dream killer, the selfish manipulator, and the foolish companion, I want you to realize that wisdom is not about cutting people off in anger or bitterness. It is about making strategic decisions to protect your future. The wise person understands that there are people who will either help or hinder their journey. And because they value their purpose and destiny, they choose to surround themselves with those who will lift them higher. In cutting off these 6 types of individuals, a wise person does not lose anything. They gain everything. They gain the clarity to see their purpose with greater focus. They gain the strength to pursue their dreams without distractions. They gain the peace that comes from being surrounded by individuals who believe in their vision, who support their journey. This is the wisdom we must all pursue in our lives. Let us be intentional about the relationships we nurture and the people we allow into our circles. Let us guard our hearts, our minds, and our time with wisdom, for in doing so, we ensure that our lives will be fruitful and impactful. We must be wise enough to know when to let go of relationships that no longer serve our purpose, and when to embrace those that will propel us into the greatness we were born to fulfill. Thank you.